The day has finally arrived. Again. You see, yesterday I filmed a complete unboxing video, completely genuine reaction, opened the box for the first time, and then I loaded the footage onto my computer and it had no audio. And I recorded 16 gigabytes of footage with no audio, just me talking to myself like a crazy person. Like I've said in previous videos, I am brand new to this, so that was definitely a newbie mistake, but here we are. So the unboxing video was a flop, but this book, masterpiece. Let's get into it. The first thing you notice is the sheer weight of this book. I think it's just over 4 pounds. It feels and it looks like a legit tome. Like this is something that you could pull off the shelves at the White Tower. It just has that beautiful look to it. I love the gold foil covering the book. The leather feels very nice and soft. I love the texture from the embossing. It's not just printed on, it's actually pushed into the leather, and you can definitely feel the quality. Now, I was a little worried about receiving the book. I was hoping there was not going to be any damage or scuff marks or discoloration. I've looked the book over a couple times and I don't see anything, which is amazing. So you can see the top foil, the foredge. I mean, look at that. There's the page keeper ribbon right there. It smells great. Smells like a true leather book. It just is everything I could have hoped for. You see they redid the book 1 cover art. I have a first edition right here. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's wrapped in a protective plastic, but just look at that. The artwork on the leather book is great. It has nice rich coloring. The blue looks fantastic. I'm so glad they kept the original artwork. Now it's more than just the outside. They included some beautiful artwork throughout the book. I believe that the heavy lifting for the artwork was done by Petar Penev alongside a suite of other artists. And also redid all of the chapter icons. And then finally at the end, we get another piece of Daryl K. Sweet's original artwork. Again, the coloring is great. Everything is very rich. Like many fantasy readers, I am a sucker for a good map. I think when you crack open book 1 of a fantasy series and you see the map, you just get so excited to dive into that world. And now I've read this series multiple times, but just seeing this map in a new way with a nice red ink, the beautiful bordering, it just makes me want to dive into the story all over again and head back to the 2 rivers. You can see here on the insert Robert Jordan's inscription, "Rest in peace, sir. Thank you for everything that you've done." And then of course we have a lovely inscription to Harriet, who was Robert Jordan's wife and editor. Now I believe that The Wheel of Time is a true foundational series for fantasy. Robert Jordan poured over a decade of his life creating this beautiful world, but in 2007, before he could finish it, he passed away. And Harriet McDougall, who was again Robert Jordan's wife and editor, read a eulogy that the author Brandon Sanderson wrote. And after reading that eulogy, she chose Brandon Sanderson to continue the Wheel of Time series. Now, I believe Brandon was only 31 at the time, so it must have been a very surreal experience to get that phone call. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Brandon Sanderson, he is a very popular, maybe the most popular fantasy author in the current day, and has written many beloved series, including the wildly popular Mistborn saga, and of course, one of my personal favorites, the Stormlight Archives. So the fact that Brandon Sanderson's company Dragonsteel has decided to redo all books of the Wheel of Time in this beautiful leatherback style, it just feels like a beautiful full circle moment, and I just cannot wait to see all of these books on my bookshelf. Although if they all weigh this much, I might have to buy a new bookcase. So is this book worth $185? That depends. For me, absolutely. Wheel of Time is a landmark series for me. Just seeing this and holding this is very special. So for me, it's absolutely worth it. Now, maybe you don't feel as strongly about the series, or you've never read the series, then I would probably not spend the money on this book. $185 for a book is a lot of money to a lot of people, especially if you are looking to collect this series as they release, then we're talking thousands of dollars. Now, if you want to check out the Wheel of Time, but you don't want to spend $185, or you prefer paperbacks, I recommend this version. This is obviously a much more modern version. I believe they started this reprint in 2020. So I highly recommend the series, but if you want to get started and you don't want to have 15 massive hardbacks on your shelf, then start with this one. Overall, I am extremely happy with this edition. Spending that amount of money on a book can always be a little nerve-wracking, but I'm truly happy that I did, and honestly, I can't wait to put the pre-order in for the next one. Just the overall feel, the quality of the leather, the embossing, the gold foil on the foredge, everything to me just works really well. That being said, I do have 3 little boys running around the house, so I'm definitely going to put this one on the top shelf of my special bookcase so that no one can get their sticky little hands on it. But I want to know what y'all think. Are you Wheel of Time fanatics like I am? Did you pre-order this book like I did? If you did, I hope that your edition arrived in pristine condition, and hopefully you're as happy with it as I am. Huge thanks to Robert Jordan and his wife Harriet for producing such a beautiful series. Thank you, Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel, for giving us this new fresh breath of life for the Wheel of Time series. I'm very happy with it. Check out my other videos, hit the subscribe button if you like this content, make sure to check your microphones, and I will see you in the next one.